Critics of President Trump will say the pomp and circumstance, the red carpet, the warm handshake, that President Trump simply lost that Putin gained there just by being on the world stage and walking down a red carpet with the president. Your reaction to that?
Well, I mean, critics of President Trump are always going to find something to criticize. You don't even pay attention to it anymore. But I will tell you this. Putin is already on the world stage. He's already on the world stage. The guy's conducting a full-scale war in Ukraine. He's already on the world stage. He has the world's largest tactical nuclear arsenal in the world and the second largest strategic nuclear arsenal in the world. He's already on the world stage. When I hear people say that, oh, it elevates him. Well, all we do is talk about Putin all the time. All the media's done is talk about Putin all the time for the last 4 or 5 years. That doesn't mean he's right about the war. That doesn't mean he's justified about the war. Put all that aside. It means you're not going to have a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine. You're not going to end a war between Russia and Ukraine without dealing with Putin.
On ABC News, Senator Marco Rubio pushed back strongly against criticism of President Trump's recent meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Speaking with Martha Raddatz, Rubio dismissed concerns over what some critics described as the red carpet treatment given to Putin. Raddatz asked whether the ceremonial welcome and handshake handed Putin an easy victory by placing him on the world stage. Rubio countered that argument, pointing out that Putin is already a central figure in global affairs. This is someone waging a full-scale war in Ukraine, Rubio emphasized, noting that Russia possesses the largest tactical nuclear arsenal and the second largest strategic arsenal in the world. In Rubio's view, Putin hardly needs Trump to be considered relevant internationally. Rubio argued that whether people like it or not, peace talks are impossible without engaging with Putin directly. You're not going to end a war between Russia and Ukraine without dealing with him, he said, calling it common sense. He added that ignoring Moscow won't bring an end to the conflict and would only prolong the bloodshed in Ukraine. The Florida senator also defended President Trump's diplomatic efforts, saying the president has spent significant time trying to bring the war to an end instead of leaving it unresolved. Rubio stressed that Trump could have easily dismissed the crisis as Biden's problem but instead chose to engage. He's the only leader in the world who could bring Putin to the table to discuss serious issues, Rubio concluded.
That's just common sense. I shouldn't even have to say it. So people can say whatever they want. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we have to get the Russian side to agree to things that they don't want to agree to if we're going to have peace. If not, there'll just be a war. They'll keep killing each other. And life will go on in America and in the rest of the world, but not for Ukraine. So the president has invested a lot of time in trying to bring an end to this war. He deserves credit for doing that. He gets criticism for doing that. He could have just let this war go on. The president could have just said, this is Biden's war. It started under him. We'll do what we can for Ukraine, but we're going to focus on other things. He could have easily said that. But he's the only leader in the world that could get Putin to a meeting to talk about serious things.